grand old party gearing up to help the Tea Partiers get settled. House Republicans just opening their transition office. My next guest is the guy in charge of showing the new guys how Washington works. He says Congress should actually be learning from them, though. Congressman Greg Walden is a Republican from Oregon. Congressman, good to have you.
Neil, good to be with you. Thank you.
How's this all going to work out, Congressman? All these new guys, coming in, and some of them have pretty strong convictions, big changes, even from traditional Republicans.
Yeah. First of all, you've got more than 80 new members. So anybody that thinks they're going to be somehow ignored as a freshman class, I don't know what they're smoking, but it's not legal in most states. Second, I know a lot of these members, having been deputy chairman over at the Congressional Campaign Committee. Pete Sessions and I have worked closely with these, as have other members of our leadership team, out helping them get elected, helping raise money for them. We know them. We can't wait for them to come to town.
And well, the read I get from some of your colleagues, Congressman, is that they're not all as receptive or nice. In fact, I had Trent Lott here the other day, the former Senate Majority Leader, who was saying, stuff like process, and they have to understand there are ways to get bills through. And I just wondered, a lot of these guys come in, I mean, no disparagement, because I've covered them all. They're like bulls in a china shop. You don't slow a bull down. You don't talk to a bull about process.
No. In fact, what we're doing on the transition team that we've organized is including a good number of newly elected members on that transition team. They will have a very strong voice to help us rewrite how this place operates. Hey, look, Neil, we're all frustrated. I'll bet you if you talk to rank and file members on the Democrat side, they were frustrated with how the House was run under Speaker Pelosi.
Well, you're right about that. We just talked to one who said just that, Congressman.
Talk to Dan Boren and others. And so I think you'll see a rank and file revolt to say we actually have the opportunity. It's a great thing, Neil, with election outcomes. You can change things. We're going to change how the House operates to make it more efficient, transparent, and accountable, with the goal that we reconnect with the American people so that they can take pride in this institution, so that we can get to the policies that will grow jobs and cut the wasteful Washington spending. Some of that we can do in our rules in the House Republican Conference. Some of it we'll do in the House rules, because there are different sets of rules packages and who gets governed. The long and the short of it is, this incoming freshman class is speaking out on behalf of Americans in an unprecedented way. I heard what Pat just said about the number of Democrats that were swept out and Republicans swept in. We're listening to the American people. If the Democrats
are you listening to them as well, sir? And I know this is not strictly your bailiwick or call, but on some of these key committee assignments, some Tea Partiers, not all, but some have said there better not be an earmarker in the bunch. There better not be someone who's milquetoast on repealing health care in the bunch. I mean, some of them have very hard demands.
They do, but that's okay, because Americans are fed up with the way this place has been run.
Well, will there be an earmarker in the committee chairman bunch?
It's not my job to appoint the committees. That will be done by the steering committee, of which the freshmen will have a very strong say. But let me say this. John Boehner, the incoming, hopefully, Speaker of the House, has never asked for an earmark, never taken an earmark, and wrote an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal against earmarks. Eric Cantor, our incoming majority leader, has said the same thing. No earmarks.
So do you want a Hal Rogers, Congressman?
As we know.
Do you want a Hal Rogers, ostensibly being the guy on the Appropriations Committee, who has been cited as sort of Mr. Earmark, running the committee responsible for all the goodies?
Neil, first of all, I don't pick committee chairs.
I know.
My job's the transition. So the second piece of that is, let's make sure we have people on the Appropriations Committee who are there to help reduce government spending, cut the waste, fraud, and abuse, and actually reposition the focus.
Would you wince at someone like that being on that committee, though? Yourself, just you.
I want him to make out his case, as Jerry Lewis or whoever's running for Appropriations Committee chair. Lay out your case to our conference. Let's see what your attitude is now post-election about where we should go and how you would lead us. I think that's only fair.
All right. I'm impressed. Any and all questions thrown at you, Congressman? Very good to have you. Be well.
Thank you, Neil. Good.